15 years ago, on a stormy October night, a little girl named Emily vanished without a trace. Her parents, Richard and Sarah, searched endlessly, but the cold dread of that night never left them. They knew something no one else did. You see, Emily didn't just disappear. Richard and Sarah buried a dark secret along with her tiny body in the woods behind their house. That night an argument spiraled out of control. Anger turned to rage, and rage turned to a tragic accident. In their panic, they decided to hide their crime, burying their daughter and their guilt deep in the earth. Fast forward 15 years. Life had moved on, but the shadow of that night loomed large over them. Richard and Sarah, now a shell of their former selves, lived in a perpetual state of quiet dread. Then, one ordinary evening, the phone rang. Sarah answered, expecting a telemarketer or perhaps a wrong number, but what she heard on the other end made her blood run cold. "Mom, it's me, Emily." The voice was unmistakable, aged but familiar, like an echo from the past. Richard grabbed the phone, his hands trembling. "Who is this?" he demanded, his voice cracking. The voice on the other end giggled. "It's Emily, Dad. Don't you remember me?" Heart pounding, Richard hung up, dismissing it as a cruel prank. But the calls kept coming, each time more menacing, more insistent. Emily's voice started recounting details only she could know. Memories from her childhood, secrets shared only within their family. As the days turned to weeks, the calls grew darker. "Why did you do it, Mum? Why did you kill me?" Sarah broke down, her sanity unravelling with every word. She began to see Emily's face in every mirror, feel her presence in every shadow. One night, driven to the brink, Sarah followed the sound of Emily's voice into the woods. Richard chased after her, but it was too late. In the same spot where they buried Emily, Sarah stood, clutching a tiny old teddy bear. "She's here," Sarah whispered, eyes vacant, fixed on the disturbed earth. "She's been here all along." A cold wind swept through the trees, and Richard felt a small hand grip his tightly. "Let's go home, Dad," the voice whispered, chilling him to his core. Richard looked down, but there was no one there. Yet he could feel the icy grip tightening around his hand. Haunted by their sins, Richard and Sarah were never seen again. Only the whispers of Emily's voice lingered in the wind, a haunting reminder of the darkness they couldn't escape. So, if you ever hear a voice from your past calling out to you, think twice before answering. Some secrets are better left buried.